Alright, hello and welcome back to Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Today we're going to be going into the Maze Palace. Let's see what's going on. Alright, so we get to see an example of the utility of our up thrust ability. Taking out... Oh. I don't really need to leave and come back again, but I was just annoyed that I missed. Alright. So, this is going to be a little bit interesting of a dungeon at the end, because if things don't kind of go our way, we may end up being a couple hundred experience short of where we want to get to, but hopefully not. These armored Stalfos are a little bit annoying to lure out of here, particularly doing so safely. If you just kind of stand next to them, they'll come out a little bit faster, but a high risk of being hit. But I don't like their cowardly ways, so I do like to kill them. You just bounce around them for a little bit, they'll come out before too long. Try to get in just close enough that they get attracted out. There we go. Oh. There we go. Alright, and there is a new enemy type that we spotted just briefly that we'll have to... Well, that was poorly done. That was very helpful, though. Thank you. New enemy type that we spotted just briefly on our way in that we'll talk about more the next time we come across one of them. Alright, good. It's not too much of a problem not to make that jump, but... Wow. It does get a little annoying, so it's easier just to make it the first time. I don't want to do this, but I'm going to. Alright, and then we just have a room here that we've kind of grown fairly accustomed to. I think we've seen a few of these, unless I'm just thinking of this room here. I'm getting ahead of myself. That Doom Knocker, since we didn't actually kill it, will actually respawn on our way back. That can be a red potion, but I think we're okay getting the extra experience for right now. Especially since we missed out on that one, and I'm not going to chase him down. Alright. So, we will now intentionally fall down this hole, as this is an example of kind of an ever-rotating pit. Well, maybe not ever-rotating, but we will come to that in a little while. He's in kind of an unfortunate position, so I'm just going to kill him. Alright, let's dodge this a little bit. Oh. This is a decent time to mention, I talked a little bit about the Reflect spell when we got it last video. Talked about how we can return some attacks that again we'll get to later, but it also increases the strength of your shield in general for certain other enemies. One of the most notable of which being the Doom Knocker, but really any of the enemies that kind of throw things at you that you previously couldn't block. The Reflect spell allows you to block. That item there were the boots. You know, people often call them the water boots or the magic boots, but I think officially they're just called boots. Which, as a gentleman told us in, I actually forget which town it was, may allow us to walk on water, which seems unlikely, but perhaps we'll have to take his word for it. There's nothing really on the other side, just want to show you that. There you go. Alright, and on here, I'm going to go off to the right first. We'll have this room again, or another variation on it. I don't know what it is about me making these videos, but I always do an amazingly terrible job when I'm making the videos. I don't know how or why I'm so consistently bad. I guess it's just the distraction of trying to do commentary and stuff. Oh, that's right, this one doesn't have it. Right, let's keep moving. See if we can't leave this guy behind. Quite. That's alright. We'll just dodge around him. Alright, so, it can be worth your time in this room and several others like it, when you start coming across these, oh my god, what are the horse heads called again? I forget. Moas? They might be Moas. Because, unless I'm mistaken, in this room, they don't actually respawn the way they did in most of the previous rooms. So, when you kill all of them, then they just stop coming. It's usually 3. Now, this, of course, is the, enemy type that we talked about before. They are called wizards, and what they do is just cast a spell at Link and then disappear. They can't be harmed by any physical attacks. The only way they can be hurt is by utilizing the deflect spell to shoot their magics back at them. Oh, that was helpful. Thanks. Probably don't need to refill my life there, but I will. Alright, almost full. We don't actually need to go in this direction. I'm choosing to, just to kind of show everything off, but we could have skipped it. I probably should have, because even though we have the upthrust ability right now, which makes rooms like this a little bit easier, I'm still bizarrely terrible at them. I just can never safely deal with these rooms. They really are not difficult. It's just a weird, I don't know, mental block I have. Everything I do seems to go wrong. Like that. Can't even jump effectively. But, whatever. What's done is done. The wizards shouldn't respawn, so this room should now be empty. And now we'll just go right back up. This is where we were before. We came off and went in the direction of the boots. This is where we fought the armored Stalfos. And just a very interesting thing about this castle is that it essentially is completely split in half. The entire right side deals with collecting the item, which were the boots, and the entire left side heads off to the rest of the actual dungeon. Which is why I exited and entered the dungeon the way I did when we first came in, because, as I'll show you in a second, I just wanted to take advantage of an opportunity to kill all the wizards again. Oh, there's that lag that always seems to keep coming up again. There's really no reason not to, as you collect the item and come back here, to just come back to the beginning again and try to refill your stores. Obviously, sometimes you might get a red iron knuckle, which is not a big problem, but we can just pop back out and ultimately refill again, which maybe we'll do twice. Why not? This is another part of the reason why I wasn't very worried about being a little behind on experience coming in here, because I knew we were going to do this and would get a little boost to our overall numbers. Or maybe a big boost if we keep getting the red iron knuckles. Hopefully this stops now. Otherwise I may just move on, because I don't actually need... There we go. It's a very minimal boost to our overall stores of magic. It really would have been just fine not getting that, but once I start, I just refuse to give up. Since we are not killing them, we got to be just a little bit slower about getting past. The shield is still able to block their spells, which is nice, even if it can't... Oh, nice. Even if we can't actually reflect back and kill them. Alright. Let's get out of here. And we're going to go off to the left here first. I believe there's... I was actually thinking it was going to be a Dark Nut, but one of the Doom Knockers here. jump does prove to be a little bit of a boost when fighting them, simply because it helps you avoid their jump. That can often cause them to deliver some unwanted damage to you. Anyway, alright, I'm going to collect this key in here and that pea bag. Alright. Very good. And now let's move on. We're already almost to our next experience goal. I was a little worried that I timed that jump too early, but everything went well. Ooh, pretty sure I want to go this way first. Hopefully I'm not wrong. 90% certain. Yes, alright, good. And again, we're just gonna take care of these guys quickly so we don't have to keep dealing with them. The one, I don't know, unfortunate thing, I guess, is that while they don't respawn, they do come in both directions, so you essentially have to do that twice. And that's not really necessary, but we'll take a little added boost to our defense just in case. Okay, and it should be one or two more. So maybe there's only two in each direction of this room. Okay. It's also worth noting that the wizards, if you do decide to use your magic to try to kill them, are in the upper tier of enemies, meaning that they drop 200-point pea bags and red potions. Oh, I didn't see you. So you will have a decent chance, if you choose to kill them, of having your good return on your investment, if you would. Alright, now this is an area that has potential to be annoying, so you want to be ready to cast Fairy if you need to save yourself. And I believe we should just about be to the end. I think this is the final hallway. I want to try and draw this guy down, because if you draw him down from the other direction, I'll show you. Wow. You're going to end up with one on either side of you, because this guy drops from over here. And that's it. Okay, so I think this boss gives us 300 experience, so unfortunately we do have to use this to grab this jump spell, but that's alright. Or have to use this jump spell to grab the pea bag, but that's fine. Oh, there was one more room. Oh well, whatever. It's not a problem. What? Didn't you just die already? Okay. So, the most important thing in here is to cast the reflect spell. We're going to do that, and then we have just enough for life, so let's do it. Otherwise I would have cast shield, just to increase our defense, but this is Carock, who is basically just a larger version of the wizards we were fighting, or Wizrobes from Zelda 1, and this is literally all you do to defeat Carock. It's essentially impossible to win without the reflect spell, because all you do is sit here and bounce the magic spells back at it. Growing up, I always thought that this was the wizard that we talked about last time, that... Oh no. I am 6 experience short. I have to go kill something. I always thought that that was the wizard that was talked about in kind of that pregame stuff that I mentioned all of last video, that the prince hired to... or that kind of like tricked the prince into casting the sleeping spell on Princess Zelda. However, ultimately all paled out, but that's not the case. It's a totally different wizard. That wizard died, and this is a wizard that was specifically created by the King of Hyrule to protect... this is not good. To protect the palaces and ultimately the Triforce of Courage. Oh, the likelihood of me dying is so high. It's okay. I'm willing to accept that risk. Is there anything? No, just you. So I need to go back in here and make sure I kill one of these guys. There it is. Perfect. Alright. Well, that was unpleasantly risky, but got us to where we needed to go. Now we can actually deposit our crystal at the end and get a nice big bonus that I'll show you what that's going to be. I think this is the first time we've gotten a chance to do this, unless I'm very much mistaken. I lose track sometimes. Luckily, we don't have to fight Carock again. That would be an issue right now without any magic. We'll pass through and then drop this fourth crystal in. Refill our health and magic. And normally I would just move on, but let's wait and watch this pile up. So we go all the way up to the next available level, which for us is attack. Attack, however, is maxed out, so if you accepted an attack level here, you would be given an extra life, which is nice. We are not going to do that. What we are going to do is increase our life level, and then still have 6,500 left over, so we'll increase our life level, and then still have 2,500 left over, so we'll increase our magic level, and still have a couple hundred left over to utilize in trying to bring us to the next level after this. So that was a nice windfall of levels. We're now only 2 levels shy of the maximum 888. But I think we will end things right here. And when we come back, we'll see if these boots that we acquired in this palace can do us any good. But till then, see ya.